International Business, Masters of Commerce, second semester, Mangalore University, session 21. Managing Global Business Risk. This session you are going to learn about the EXIM policy or the foreign trade policy. Learning objective to discuss about the concept of EXIM policy. Session outcome, the students are able to understand the history of EXIM policy. EXIM policy or foreign trade policy is a set of guidelines, terms, and instructions established by the Directorate General of Foreign Trade in or for matters related to the import and export of goods in from India. The EXIM policy of India contains several policy measures and related decisions taken by the government in the sphere of imports and exports to or from the country. In addition, it also describes the various export promotion measures, policies, and procedures related thereto. The foreign trade policy is prepared and announced by the central government, the Ministry of Commerce of the country. The India's export-import policy is also known as the foreign trade policy. In general, it aims at developing the export potential, improving the export performance, encouraging foreign trade, and creating a favorable balance of payments position. The Directorate General of Foreign Trade is the chief governing body for the matters pertaining to such policy. In addition, the policy is steered according to the regulations stated in the Foreign Trade Development and Regulations Act. The current Foreign Trade Act has replaced the earlier law in this regard, known as the Imports and Export Control Act 1947. History of EXIM policy in India. Whilst the trade policies during 1950s and 1960s were designed to lay emphasis on self-reliance and self-sufficiency of the country, the policies during 1970s were driven by the objectives of export-led growth and increased efficiency and competitiveness. In the year 1962, the Government of India appointed a special EXIM committee to review the previous export-import policies of the government. Later, Mr. V.P. Singh, the then Commerce Minister, announced the EXIM policy on 12th of April 1985. Initially, the EXIM policy was introduced for the period of 3 years with main objective to boost the export business in India. The trade policy, however, during this period was a restrictive sort. In this context, the year 1991 is considered as a watershed as far as the trade sector of the country is concerned. It was during this year that the country evidenced massive trade liberalization measures and departed from the prevalent protectionist trade policies. The period after the year 1991 is therefore considered as a post-reform period. Major milestones in the progression from individual import and export policies to composite EXIM policies have been summarized in the chart. In the year 1952 to 53, there were liberal exports and import policies. In the year from 1956 to 1957, there were restrictive trade policies as well as they used to focus on the measures to further economic development. In the year 1975 to 1976, there were liberal trade policies for export oriented units and liberal import policies for the import of raw materials, capital goods, technology, etc. for the export oriented units. In the year 1985, there was a joint EXIM policy introduced for the first time. In the year 1990 to 1991, since it was a new economic reforms were adopted, it was treated as a watershed of the trade sectors, and there were more trade liberalization and departure from the restrictions of the trade. In the year 1992 to 1997, the first 5-year trade policy, earlier which was known as trade policies, earlier the trade policies had 3 year of time horizon, but from the year 1992 to 1997, it was the first 5-year foreign trade policy, and the focus was on stability of the Indian exports. From the year 1997 to 2002, this was the second five-yearly exam policy where the focus was on reduction on export and import documents and to make available the best technology and the raw materials to reach the international quality standards. In the year 2001 to 2002, there were removal of the quantitative restrictions, and the 300 sensitive items were kept under the war room watch, and the important agro and petro products to be imported through the state agencies. And the major focus was on agro exports, and foreign direct investments were permitted in the special economic zones. From the year 2002 to 2007, the third five-year trade policy was announced by the then Union Minister Murali Maran, and there were shift from the import liberalization to the export promotion. So they gave more importance to export the goods, and they restricted the import liberalization. Next, the focus was on increasing the international competitiveness of the exporters also. From the year 2004 to 2009, the policy of 2002 to 2007 got replaced in the year 2004 by the new foreign trade policy of 2004 to 2009 by the Congress, owing to a change in the government. Then focus was on making the foreign trade instrumental to the growth and to encourage the imports on items essential for the export oriented units and the special economic zones. From the year 2009 to 2014, which is already explained in the first chapter, it aims to arrest and reverse the declining trend in the India's exports and to double the export of the goods and services by 2014. In the year 2015 to 2020, to make India as a significant participant in the world trade by 2020, and to increase the export of goods and services from $465. So, with this backdrop, the trade policies of the country have been divided into following phases, that is, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Phase 1 is import restriction and import substitution, which was prevalent till from the year 1950s to 1970s. The phase 2, which gave more importance to export promotion and import liberalization, which was from the year 1970s to 1990s. And in the phase 3, which is from after 1991, which gave more importance for outward orientation. So, thus we can tell that phase 1 and phase 2 can be considered as a pre reform period and phase 3 as a post reform period.